Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. Today I'm guiding you through a spring equinox yin yoga practice, and we'll be focusing on moving from the energies of winter into the energies of spring so that we can renew and revitalize our body and mind. So just as the earth renews herself in the spring months, we can also work with our practices to break up stagnation and congestion from the tissue layers of the body and the internal organs, and to move out wastes and toxins that we accumulated over the winter months so that we can feel brighter in our body and our mind. And if you'd like to move a little bit deeper into your spring equinox practice, I do offer a full-length yin yoga and ritual practice on my home membership platform, and you can learn more about that in the links below. And for today's practice, we'll get started by coming into a comfortable seated position. You can place your palms either face down on your lap, or you can place your palms face up, and closing your eyes. Taking a few breaths to center in and beginning to soften through your body. Letting the hips drop back and down into the earth. And from that rooting downward, lengthen upward through the spine. Beginning to deepen and lengthen your in and your out breath. Taking this time to become present, to slow down, and to tune into your practice. Softening the space between your eyebrows and imagining in your mind's eye your body like the earth. Sensing into spaces through your physical body that feel stagnant, and spaces that feel open and vital. And through your breath, sensing into the energetic body, noticing where there's easy flow, and where there might be contraction. And in today's practice, inviting in the cleansing and renewing energy of the springtime, just like a fresh mountain stream saturating the earth. Breaking up any congestion and nurturing the new seeds of life beginning to grow upward from underground. You can bring your palms to your heart center for a moment, perhaps creating an intention for your spring practice. And then take a moment and shake out your legs, getting some blood flow back down through the leg lines. And then we're going to come back into a seated position. But this time we're taking our left shin bone in front of the right, readjusting through your sits bones. And then take a breath and lengthen up along your spine. And let's rotate our body towards the left, anchoring back down through the right hip. And then beginning to walk your fingertips forward towards the left. Turning the chest over the thigh and knee, and then exhaling and folding forward either over the knee or slightly towards the shin bone, whatever feels most comfortable for your body. And you might be adding some support for your forearms or your forehead. And as you settle in, feeling a beautiful stretch through the side waist on the right side and in through the hip and lower back and all the way up into the right shoulder, relaxing your neck and jaw. Taking 3 full breaths here. And just lift your heart halfway up. And then slowly walk your body now back to center. So now you're folding directly over the ankles. You can bring your support for your forehead with you. And you'll feel the stretch shift from the side body across the sacrum and in through the hip. Allowing your breath to fill up the whole back body. Feeling the deeper tissue layers starting to liquefy and soften. Just like water saturating the earth. And if you'd like, you can take away props from under your forehead and just let the whole head hang towards the earth. And taking several breaths to slowly roll up from the base of the body. Closing your eyes as you lift and feeling all the waters of the body rushing back to that tissue that we just stretched and compressed. Already feeling the circulation of vital energy through the body. And then you can open your eyes, and we're shifting over to the left hip. As you shift over to the left hip, you're taking your left leg and stretching it out so that the blade of the foot's on the ground, and you're shifting over to the side line of the leg and onto the side of the hip. And then your right foot can step in front of the left, coming into Mongoose pose. And here you can take your palms behind the hip, and you might even play with walking them a little further back, finding a little bit of stretch through the side line of your body. So you're going to feel this through the side of the leg, the side of the hip, side waist, and all the way up through the intercostal muscles of the rib cage. So this is the pathway of the gallbladder meridian line. So we're breaking up stagnation through this meridian line that can often become congested through the spring months. Just allowing the weight of the body to drop into the hip and down into the palms. Becoming very passive through the spine. Letting the side body just hang here. You may even imagine a little river of energy opening up through the side body. Noticing where there may be some congestion or sticking points along that energy line through that tissue, and just breathing there. Allowing any emotions that are present to begin to dissolve. And taking one more breath, and as you're ready, you can shift back to the sits bones and come back into a seated position. Again, feeling the movement of energy through the left side of the body. And when you're ready, we're crossing the right shin bone now in front of the left, and we're turning our body over towards the right, rooting back through the left hip. So we'll revisit that opening through the left side body and into the lower back. You can walk your fingertips forward and then exhale and simply melt towards the right.
allowing your whole body to become passive, letting go of any holding in the joints. And expand into your breath as you very slowly turn the body towards center, over your ankles, and then fold forward and down from there. And as an option, you can remove any props from under your forehead and just allow your head to drop down. And breath by breath, slowly rolling up from the base of the spine all the way up. And taking 3 big breaths. Making any adjustments you need to make in the body, and then we're shifting over to the right hip. And we're drawing the right leg long onto the mat and coming onto the side of the hip and bringing the blade of the right foot to the ground. Left foot draws forward in front of the thigh, coming to Mongoose pose. And then take a few breaths and just feel into that side line of the body. And feeling your breath filling up the side of the rib cage. So when we're working with the gallbladder energies, can often bring up some of the more difficult or hot emotions like anger and frustration. And so if you're sensing some of those warm emotions coming up, Just allow them to rise up. Really exhale through your breath. You can even exhale with open mouth. In the process of cleansing and detoxifying through the gallbladder and the liver can be supported by adding some bitters to your diet. So bitter vegetables like dandelion leaf or kale, just a small amount to support breaking up the wastes and toxins through the tissues. And feeling the body becoming very heavy, hanging into gravity. Taking a few more breaths. And then slowly shifting back to center. And as you come back to center, we're going to come down onto our backs. As you come onto your back, just take a few breaths with your knees to your chest. And then bring your feet back to the ground. And we're extending our legs out onto the mat. And we're reaching our arms behind the body. So now we're revisiting the full side body. A full stretch on both sides of the body. So we'll start by walking our body over to the left of the mat. And we're curving the upper body over to the right and also the legs over to the right. So you're creating a C shape through the body. And you can stay as you are, or you can take your left heel and cross that over the right ankle. And you can take a hold of your left hand with your right hand. Feeling this stretch through the whole side line of the body, from the outer ankle up through the side of the hip, side waist, side of the rib cage, armpit, and arm line. And if you let your head drop open to the right, you may feel this as well through the side of the neck. And if you can go a little bit deeper, try softly bending at the left elbow. And now take the right palm to the left elbow. And then as you exhale, release and take your body back to center. Pausing for a moment, feeling that fresh spring of energy moving through the left side of the body. And branching off into the organs of the body, cleansing and renewing. And then walk your whole body to the right. Draw the upper body to the left and the legs to the left, crossing the right heel over the left ankle and taking a hold of the right palm with your left hand to start, letting your head drop open to the left. And breathing now into the entire right side of your body. If you feel a little bit more open, you can bend through the right arm and take a hold of the right elbow with the left hand. And if you feel a little bit of trembling through your body, that's perfectly normal. As energy begins to surge through the tissues, you may feel that subtle trembling. And as energy is moving through your body, it's helping to break up the stagnation accumulated in the tissue and the energetic body. So you definitely want to support your body after this practice with lots of water. Let's take a few more breaths. And then come back to center. And as you come back to center, you might just simply lie here in Shavasana, allowing the energy to circulate, to move through stagnation and congestion, and to clear and cleanse your body and mind. And you can stay here in this space of rest for as long as you need, imagining in your mind's eye your body like the body of the earth, welcoming in a fresh mountain stream, saturating the body and creating the inner space for new life to grow. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and happy spring equinox. Namaste.
For more yoga practices like these, please like this video, comment below, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.